Have you ever seen these people on social media who literally get rid of like a huge amount of their stuff? Let's say 75 to 85% of it, and you just wonder, how did they do that? Like, really, how did they do it? How long did it take? And you just kind of have some questions. Well, I am one of those people who did that. I got rid of, my family included, about 80%. 80%. It's like crazy to say that out loud, of our possessions. We did it over the course of 1 year, and I just wanted to kind of give you a year update. This has been a definite journey, a definite process, but I have some tips for you if you are looking to minimize. Not even if you're looking to minimize like we did 80% of your stuff, but even if you're just looking to minimize a little bit, to get a little bit more clutter free and just to become more organized in general. Hopefully this video is helpful. Thanks for watching, and let's jump right in. The very first thing that I did was I established my reason for doing it. And I cannot tell you what a hugely important first step this was. I had to keep myself motivated to go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. Decluttering is a lot of work. And if you're a mom, if you work in the home, if you work outside the home, basically if you're a human, then you are busy and you have priorities. So, and obligations. So I knew that I needed a really, really good, solid reason for doing this, or I would not accomplish my goal, which was to kind of change my life, become less stressed. Do you want more time with your family? Do you want more time for personal development, for spiritual development? Do you want to be able to travel? Do you want to save money? Like, what is your reason? Why are you doing this? Having a really solid reason and knowing that and keeping it in the forefront of your mind is going to propel you forward. It's going to help you with motivation, and it's going to keep you dedicated to this process, which is honestly kind of intense. It's intense, I'm not gonna lie. All right, next, you really need to have a plan. When are you going to declutter? Are you going to declutter on the weekends, or are you gonna not declutter on the weekends so you can spend time with family? So it's a really good idea to kind of look over your schedule, think about how your life runs, how you want it to run, and think about where decluttering is going to fit in. So for me, it worked best to declutter just during the week, and my toddler was here, and I just kind of knew that for my personality, for my schedule, that would work best. So I would do some of my decluttering while she napped, but other times I just brought her along and she joined in. This did not always make it the easiest or the fastest process, but it worked. And I had to realize I am a mom. I have to work around the fact that I've got kids, and that was totally fine. But just kind of think, when are you going to do this? Make yourself accountable, write it in your planner, and then try and give yourself an amount of time. So maybe you're gonna spend 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, and 30 minutes at night decluttering. That is not necessarily gonna work for you, but that's just an idea. Or spend an hour on a Saturday. So basically just what days are you gonna do it, maybe what time of day is gonna work best for you, and how long do you hope to spend. And then just don't stress out, try your best to stick to your plan, but if something comes up, no sweat. There is nobody saying this has to be done, completed by a certain date. These are just guidelines to help you stay motivated and to actually do the process, but don't let yourself get stressed out. That is the opposite of what this is about. Know what you are going to do about donations. How are you going to handle them? Donation centers are closed right now. It is tricky. I do have one pretty near me that you can go and drop off without an appointment, but most places want an appointment. So if in this year, 2021, you're thinking, I really want to start this process of decluttering, like a major declutter, make an appointment now. You could even make this appointment for a month from now, but I actually like that because again, it just holds you accountable. It gives you a date, a goal to look forward to. So I would set that appointment up or just write it in your planner if you don't have to make an appointment to drop off. But on Saturday morning, I'm going to the donation center. So that is a really, really good idea, is to have a plan of what you're gonna do with donations. Also, where are you gonna put them? I would just fill up the back of my car and I would just take it over to the donation center when it was full. This is last year before things got super, super crazy, and my donation centers were still open for a while, but I would fill up my car and then I would just drive it straight down there, and it was really, really nice. And I knew that that was my process and I had my system, and it was great. If that doesn't work for you, at least have some boxes. Amazon is great for this, and just fill them up and then store them in your garage or wherever if you're not able to make it to donation centers yet because they're not open near you. So just kind of make a plan based on where you live, what kind of donation situation you have, but have a plan of what to do with the stuff. Where are you going to put it so that it's not going to glare at you and you're not going to be tempted to go picking through it? Kind of try and keep it out of sight. Keep it in a closet, keep it in the basement garage somewhere you're not going to like stare at it, but kind of have a plan of what to do with your stuff, and that is literally key. Declutter the easiest items first. I love starting in the kitchen because not too many of us are super attached to our spatulas. You know what I mean? The kitchen's not generally full of sentimental items. Some of them might be, but I love the kitchen because it's usually pretty easy. You can start with duplicates. I don't need 4 serving spoons. I just want 2, or I don't need 6 pairs of scissors. I just need 1. Like, it's a really great place to start. The junk drawer is usually in people's kitchen. In fact, let me know where yours is, or if you have one. Mine has always been in the kitchen. So this is something, again, nothing sentimental in here really. It's just a bunch of random junk that is very, very easy to get rid of. So starting in the kitchen, I highly recommend it, and just start by getting rid of duplicates. Get rid of things that you know you don't need. Like, I don't need 4 pie pans, which I literally had in my kitchen. I make pie like once a year, so that made 0 sense. Go ahead and just get rid of duplicates and get rid of things that you haven't used in a really, really long time. That's a great place to start, but don't start with your sentimental items, not your keepsake boxes, nothing like that. Start somewhere easy. Bathroom is also a really, really good one. Get rid of the extra cotton balls. All right, to make this process a little bit easier, because it can be kind of tricky, is to know a few questions just off the top of your head that you're gonna ask yourself while you're deciding what to donate. So one thing I really like to do was ask myself, what if I don't keep this? What will my routine look like without it? So kind of think of your daily routine, how you like your day to go, the things that you obviously use, you're not gonna get rid of those, but think like, can my routine go smoothly without this? And you can think about this pretty quickly. This doesn't have to be like this long ponder. You can think pretty quickly, what if I didn't have this? Actually would be totally fine and nothing would change in my daily routine. Like, it wouldn't hurt me not to have this. And then you know it can go. And if you want to, just put it in a maybe pile. When I first started this journey, I did not have a maybe pile. I pretty much got rid of everything immediately. But later, when I started like getting to the harder stuff, the stuff that I really liked, I definitely started keeping a maybe pile. So over the course of this year of decluttering, I really did very little to no organizing. I wanted to see what my space was gonna feel like with the stuff gone. That way also I didn't buy bins and buckets and totes that I didn't really need in the end. It surprised me that I actually got rid of some organization solutions that I did not need because I didn't have stuff to fill them. So I recommend organizing very last. And whether you complete your goal in a month or a year like me, try not to organize until it's done. Even if you think a space is finished, like if you're like me, you're gonna go back and do another pass around and realize you had even more to get rid of and more to get rid of. This is why it takes a while. It's because it's a process and you go back over specific areas or maybe even all the areas again and get rid of more and more and more. So try not to organize until you feel like, okay, I feel like I've arrived. Like this is what I dreamt of. This was my goal. And then you can start organizing. That's actually what I'm gonna start doing on my channel this year. Is bringing you along my organizing process. So if you want to stick around for that, please subscribe. That way you'll be able to follow along my journey. But I'm finally there. I'm finally ready to organize. I watched a ton of YouTube videos for inspiration. So get inspired. I love Sarah Therese. I will have her channel linked down below. She is a minimalist and a young mother, and she just really has it together. I found a lot of inspiration from her home and how she set everything up, and she's a very, very happy minimalist. And so it's really cool to watch her journey. Also, Dawn from The Minimal Mom has been so inspiring to me, so helpful. Her channel is packed full of tips, and she really lets you know how her family of 6 did this process, and she's been a minimalist for over 5 years. So I really gleaned a lot from these women, but let me know who inspires you. Down in the comments below, who do you like to follow? Whose process do you kind of relate to? And let me know if you're gonna be starting this journey yourself, if you're in the middle of this journey, or if it's just something you're kind of thinking about. I would love to chat with you. That's it, guys. That's how we did it. That's how we got rid of 80% of our stuff. Don't give up. It is worth it. I finally have that like calm, peaceful home environment that I was really hoping for. It's not perfect. My home is sometimes totally chaotic and it's not always clean. Know that it's never gonna be perfect. You're never gonna have a picture perfect home or a picture perfect life, but it is nice to feel like you're in a little bit more control and that you're creating more of the environment that you were hoping for and doing more of the things you love and wasting less time. That's really what this is about. Thank you guys so much for watching. Click on the screen if you'd like to check out a couple more videos, and I will see you soon. Bye.